Hello, welcome to this episode on extending active record associations. This is based on James Buck's blog post, this one and this one right here. So I have a log2 method in the environment.rb that is used to log the uh, SQL queries fired by the active record when I run the script console and I'm doing the active record finders and so on. Okay, so I have a task that belongs to project, and I have a project that has many tasks, and I'll have dependent as delete all the child objects will be deleted when the project gets deleted. Okay, now this association is set up. I have created in two migrations. The project has a name attribute and the tasks has name status, and it represents the project, which means there is a project ID foreign key pointing to the projects table in the tasks table, and therefore the task has belongs to declaration, like it's declared here. Okay, so I also have created a project with this as the name and two tasks underneath, and I have associated the tasks collection that is in the project. I put those two tasks in this collection and I just save it. When you do a save, it's going to save those two tasks as well as the project. So I've already run the migration and I have these records in the database. So let's see how this thing works. I'm going to use log2 std out. Let's do inactive tasks. Let's say has many active tasks. If we don't give the class name, ActiveRecord by convention will look for active tasks. ActiveRecord, we have to say it is task, and we don't really need the foreign key. It should work, and then I can give conditions. Conditions is status equals active. Similarly, has many inactive tasks. Same class name. Okay, now let's play with this thing from the console. I already know the project ID is 1. I'll just load it, see it shows you what SQL statements are fired by just doing project.find. It does show fields from projects and it's creating this SQL query to find the project. Now if you do it's of type project. Class is of type project active record. So let's say p dot active tasks. I want to assign this to a variable. So now it does select star from tasks where project ID is 1 and status is active. By using this active record association, behind the scenes active record is firing all these things, doing all this work for us. So let's see a YAML dump of this record. So this is the first record that we created in the migration. Practice 1 hour a day. Second one is read the blogs. That is inactive. So I can do b equals p dot inactive tasks. Okay, there is a mistake. This is the mistake. There's a quote missing. And we can find the inactive tasks and print the value of it. Read good blogs, that's inactive. So this is fine, and what Jamie says is he doesn't really want this thing, just too much duplication. And we could also do something along the lines of doing this: def active reload equals false, active equals nil if reload. Basically cache the value. If it's nil, go to the database, find its value, and if not, just return the value that it has. Conditions active. Similarly for the inactive, so as you can see, I'm doing a copy paste, and it's just a red flag that we are doing something that can be refactored. See where things are varying, and you can refactor it later. For now, let's see how this thing works. So let's do a project find. I want to do a log2 before that. So p dot, I can do tasks. Actually, it should be within the do end block. It should be within the do end, so that it's scoped within the tasks. So you can call this thing as project dot tasks dot active. Okay. So let's quit out of this. Let's find the project dot tasks dot I want active. Let's assign it to A. Status equals to active, sorry. So this should be status equals active. Similarly, equals inactive. And now it should work. Let's find the project, find all the active project. Here is active task. Let's find the inactive ones. Inactive tasks. p dot tasks dot inactive. So this is the read good blocks. It's inactive. So that also works. And we are seeing how the SQL queries are getting fired when we make these calls. Active, inactive. Let's make the same call again, and this time you'll see when I run this thing again, it won't hit the database. See? It's returning the cached value. So that's what this thing does. Now let's move on to the scenario where this thing duplication is removed. And in order to understand this one, you need to go on watch the episode on class eval. So the class eval, this is how the functions are not defined, duplication is avoided, and metaprogramming is used to avoid duplication in your code and to generate code at runtime. So you found the pattern and you simplify it by using this class eval and passing this method which is dynamically created during runtime. So we are calling this as memoized finder. Now how we use this thing in the project is within this do in block we can do this. We can pass in things that vary as parameters. We parameterize this like this, and we automatically get the methods we were defining previously. And let's try this thing again. Where's the query? Let's find all the inactive tasks, for instance. Here is the inactive task. Let's find the inactive task again and see if it hits the database. See, it has cached the value. So that's it for this screencast, and if you enjoyed it, please recommend me on working with Rails. Thank you.